Welcome back to Currently Right Now, Wife, Mom, Me. I am your host, Ariane Mayweather. And listen, on this fine Sunday, early evening, I missed you guys. So much has been going on in our lives with the move. I think the last time I put out an episode, we have moved to Texas, and you guys went along on that journey with me from driving my husband's items from Alabama to Texas. The girls and I came later, July, and I came at the end of July and got them ready for school. But here we are settling in nicely. We've had some growth moments from July till now. The girls are still trying to get their sea legs. I am here. I love it. I love our home. I think that we are just truly trying to find our way and acclimate, in the Texas way nicely. And it really helps the fact that my oldest daughter, Angelique, is here in Texas with her husband, Curtis. Congratulations to them. They just got married this past weekend. They did a elopement, and the pictures are beautiful. I love them so much. So happy I have a son-in-law now. God is good all the time. And just in this time, so Ashawna has turned 19 this past December, and we are really just trying to find our way with her and the other girls. And when it comes to dating and understanding people, listen, all I can say is every kid is different. Truly, every kid is different, and no two children are the same. And we're navigating this water with Ashawna. And shout out to my husband. He is forever the man. He is just so loving and so spot on. And he just reminds me so much of my father. I am definitely leaning on him to this because he can give the girls, I'm not a man, so he can give the girls insight to how men think, or, boys think from a man's perspective. And so we are definitely in this weird space where we're trying to help the girls understand the difference between platonic friendship. Do guys really mean that? Or, what, I guess to say, are you sure that that's what he really wants to be? Are you sure that that's what you want to be? And it is quite different in what we are understanding when it comes to Ashawna. And how do we help her grow? How do we help her use wisdom? How do we help her use her discernment? And how do we set her up for success? And it's this weird way, because I come from a different generation. I come from a different family as far as who my parents were and how my dad was and how my mom was, versus how I am and how my husband is, and how we are trying to guide these girls and what will help them best. So I guess the best way to go about this is we need to get a clear understanding. How do we help our children, especially our daughters, in navigating the dating scene and navigating even just friendships for that matter? So on this episode, hidden intentions. Can men and women really be just friends? We're going to bring Ashawna in. Maybe the other two will trickle in and see, but this conversation is really for Ashawna. I kind of want to set the tone here. This conversation came upon, so I just want to kind of give you guys a little bit of background. There's a podcast or YouTube content creator. His name is Medium Man, like small, medium, large, Medium Man. He is a Black YouTuber, content creator. He has great quality content. And in this episode, the one that I'm reacting to, there's a clip he uses from Cam Newton. I'm not a football girly. I think we all know that. But Cam Newton is a football player. He was a pro football player. He has a podcast called Funky Fridays. One of his episodes, probably a few weeks ago, he's doing an interview with a guy, and the gentleman asked him, he said, "Do you have platonic friends?" Cam Newton responds, no, I don't have platonic friends because I don't put myself in the space of being friends with women, because eventually, he says, and I'm paraphrasing, eventually I'm going to find something about them that I don't like, and I'm going to find a way for it to not be platonic. Now, he got a lot of pushback from this with social media and people. We're in an area now where everyone wants to cancel him. And I thought to myself, the gentleman that pushed back on it, and then everybody, especially women, who just were kind of going in on him. And I thought, why are we pushing back on that notion that men and women can't be friends? I think we all understand, especially middle-aged people, we are in a space where you go to work every day. Maybe you have high school friends, neighborhood friends that you grew up with. Married people have other married people, friends, and relationship people that they couple with, that they have friends with, and all those things. But from a man and woman standpoint, if I have male friends, I'm a woman, I have male friends, maybe there's 5 of them, at least 2 or 3 of them have tried to hit on me. I'm not saying this is my reality, but this is a reality. Same thing with a man. More than likely, if a man has a handful of female friends and he's not gay, for the most part, one of those women has tried to hit on him, or he's tried to hit on her. It isn't always platonic. Not saying it can't be, but for the most part, the notion of that happening, where everybody is just skipping through a field of daisies, everybody's being on their best behavior, and nobody is looking at one another in a way that is more than friends, that is not realistic. And the interesting thing about this is, Media Man gave pushback on that, not pushback from the perspective of he was against what Cam Newton was saying. It was the other gentleman that Cam Newton was interviewing. And he gave a lot of clarity, a lot of thought to this. So we're going to react off this video. I'm going to bring Ashawna in because I want her to listen to intently, because what I've noticed is, and I don't know how many of you have ever been entrepreneurs, started a business or whatever, you've had a mentor. Typically, if you're an entrepreneur, you've had some type of mentor, or you've been a mentor, you have a mentee. There's a term in mentor-mentee that goes around. It's called parent death, meaning, and we find this if you're a parent or if you have siblings that are younger than you, you find that you do your best to kind of mentor them or guide them, and you tell them something. And maybe you tell them the one thing 10 to 15 different times. You find a new way to say the same thing, and they're hard-headed and they don't listen. But all of a sudden, that person who's the mentee or the sibling or the child hears the same thing you've been saying, the exact same thing. Maybe it was said differently from another person, and they catch an epiphany and it registers to them. And they come back to you and they tell you, oh my God, I heard this thing, da 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 da, and this was this, and this is how I felt. And you're sitting there mystified and blown, like, mother effer, I've been telling you the same thing 11 different times, and you're not listening. At least you're not picking up what I was putting down. But this person came out of nowhere and told you the same thing, and now you get it. And that's just what happens. Sometimes you can be too close to it to hear and understand, which is where we're at right now with the girls, Ashawna especially, because she's 19. She loves to say she's grown. This girl don't pay no bills, okay? But it is an interesting thing, because I'm just kind of like, if we literally took our hands off you and turned you loose, you'd be fucked. Excuse my language. But we're not trying to do that to you. So what the goal is in this episode, and anybody listening who's raising daughters, has nieces or anything, I think this is a good conversation to have with young ladies, ladies particularly under 25, who really haven't been in the world and had to deal with young men who are quote unquote friends. What we are trying to do here with Ashawna, and like my husband has tried to explain to her, everybody, most of the time, most men have different intentions. So what we want to do, we're not teaching her fear, nothing like that. We are teaching discernment, which I will say with Ashawna, in this moment that we had with the male suitor, that she claimed was a friend. And she said he's a friend. But when my husband got through talking to him, he was like, he likes you. But Ashawna made it very clear. Like, if I say we're friends, we're friends. I don't have a reason to lie to you. And with that, we needed understanding from her. She is 19. She is. I don't think she's grown, but she is a young woman. She is a young lady. And we have to trust her. And my husband always makes this statement. And my daughter, Angel, who's in the Air Force, makes this statement. Trust but verify. We trust you, but we need to verify. We're not teaching our daughters that men and women cannot be friends. We're not saying that. In every situation, the outcome is not going to be the same. What we are saying, intentions matter. So what we tried to express to her during this whole situation was, you need to figure out someone's intentions. You have your own set. The individual has their own set. Once you figure out someone's intentions, and you know what? 9 times out of 10, people aren't going to be honest. But if you do get lucky and that person is honest with you, you then know how to move. The goal is to protect our daughters. Protected daughters eventually enter into unprotected environments. I can say that from a perspective of, with the girls, I've noticed that the way I've raised them or have been raising them is, I realize there are times where they're very naive and very gullible. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and she applauded me, and she was like, "Good for you, Mom. You've done a good job of sheltering your kids." And she wasn't saying it in an evil way. But she meant that. You did a good job of sheltering your children from harm. And that is always my goal to do. However, they're going to leave the nest soon. I want to protect them, but I want to give them the eyes to see and the ears to hear. And I want them to be aware of their surroundings and be able to read people and discern who someone is via their character. Our goal is preparation, not paranoia. We don't want to startle them. I don't want to induce a fear of men in them or a fear of people in them, but I do want them to be vigilant. You're raised in safety. Not everyone else was. You have a father and you have a stepfather and you have uncles. They love you. My husband's goal, because he loves me, is to keep them safe. So if he can, equip you with tools and armor to go out into the world and discern men and understand who's who and what's what, and be able to observe a sheep, in a wolf in sheep's clothing, that is the end of it. Because God forbid anything happen to us, they still have to grow up. They still have to navigate life. So, what we have to help them understand is, the core idea of it is, some men operate with hidden intentions. Not all men are manipulative. I don't want this or anyone to think that we are male bashing here, because we're not. Because I love men. I have excellent brothers. I was raised by a wonderful Black man. My husband is the most amazing man, and he operates with ethics, integrity, always has, and as far as I'm concerned, always will. There are just some things that are woven into people. We want my girls to understand that many men, especially between the ages of 18 and 22, are not emotionally mature enough to manage attraction cleanly. Sometimes they don't consciously think, I'm waiting my turn, and that's what we kind of explain to Ashawna. And I guess in this conversation, I want to flip that. It's not that he's waiting his turn. It's more like, hey, if this girl, I know she told me we're friends, but if she becomes available, I'd like to date her. Our goal is to let them know that intentions aren't always evil, but for some gentlemen and young boys, because they tend to mature, slower than girls, that it's undeveloped immaturity. So the goal is to always protect their reputation. They want to deal with someone that is respecting their reputation, is protecting them, protecting their boundaries, treats them the same in public and in private, stays consistent when they start. So if we're friends and I start dating somebody else, you shouldn't have an attitude. because remember you told me we were friends, and that will be for her to discern. The same thing, the gentleman, if we're truly friends, he would then introduce me to someone that he's interested in, like, hey, Ashawna, this is Linda and I really like her, and doesn't position himself as a better option with Ashawna, like, hey, I know you're dating Bob, but I'm the better man for the job. Wait, you just told me we're friends, so helping her to understand that a man with hidden intentions only texts late at night, disappears when you get a boyfriend, gets jealous or competitive, like he sees you now with Bob's got a 6-pack, and now all of a sudden this mofo's like, I got an 8-pack, and tell Bob it's on and popping. And, we don't want him criticizing the guys that you date unless he sees them truly mistreating you. Then it will be constructive. And hey, we're friends. Let me tell you what I see. Doesn't position himself as an emotional backup. You have slated this gentleman for the friend zone, and you call him whenever you're sad and lonely, and he sits and listens to that. We're not trying to do that either. And slowly, he encroaches or erodes the boundaries over time. So the goal is with her and with my other daughters is to just give them a better sense. So we're going to go over, we're going to react to the medium man and this content. It's going to be about 15 minutes. I'm going to have Ashawna listen. In between those takes, we're going to pause it. We're going to get her feedback and get understanding from her and just kind of see where her mind is and how she thinks. And I'm just going to offer my thoughts. But always the goal is with my children, and because I'm raising daughters, that at the end of the day, they're young ladies and they have to carry themselves as such. And what you don't want to do with someone, if you have not vetted them properly and their intentions aren't as pure as they come off, you don't want to find yourself in a situation, one, where you feel like you've hurt someone's feelings, or two, it's a dangerous situation. Because you haven't now yielded to this individual because they like you and they've expressed that to you, but you're just like, no, we're friends. So this should be an interesting one, a good one. Grab your popcorn, take some notes, have your daughters listen. And, I think as I'm learning my children and as they're growing and becoming young women, that sometimes they don't pick up what I'm putting down right away, but as time goes on, the lessons that we are teaching them, they slowly are implementing into their lives, or sometimes faster than the others, but they get it. They're not dumb girls. They're very intelligent, and that they want to do right and want to be the best versions of themselves, like I always tell them that they are. You're not going to do ASMR. Okay, so we have Ashawna with us.
Hola.
Oh, it's Ashawna. All right. So we're going to react off this clip from the medium man. And do you know who Cam Newton is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look at you knowing pop culture.
Of course.
So Cam Newton, so I'm going to show it to you. So Cam Newton is interviewing this gentleman. I don't know his name. I know his name, but I forgot his name.
Okay.
And he is, he was on, do you know, the Tonight Show, Tonight's Conversation? Have you seen those clips on this? Okay. Anywho, so he's going to go into this. We're going to react. We're going to let it play. I'm going to get your thoughts, go on and so forth. Okay. So here we go.
With the woman? Yeah. No. Is that by choice? I'm not about to be around no woman platonically. Yeah. Listen. We got to unpack this, Cam. Why? Because I'm not about to play them type of games. Is it self-control? Call it what you want. I'm asking. Call it. It may be self-control. I'm asking. If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive. Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself? Yes. Do you have control of them thoughts? Yes. But I'm not about to play them games. What game is it? The game of saying, hey, we not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me.
Every time Cam Newton gets on his podcast,
So let me pause right there. So this is Media Man. He's a YouTube content creator. He's great. He dwells into a lot of Black issues, and he's not from the red pill. He's not from the manosphere, any of that. But anything he says, he always backs up with a lot of stats and stuff. Okay. So far, what you heard, what do you think about Cam and the gentleman what do you think?
Like about the whole topic?
Just what he said.
About what he said.
Yeah, what he said.
I think that he has a little boy mindset.
Really?
Yes. I hear what he's saying. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's just 6'7".
Okay, let's continue and we'll hear what Medium Man has to say. So he's reacting to Cam's content. Okay. He's going to provide more context to it.
Okay.
He'll say something crazy or what women think is crazy. You see how Black men think?
Cam said he don't have platonic female friends he wouldn't sleep with, and everybody acted confused. But men understood exactly what he meant.
So you saying men and women can't just be friends?
I'm saying most of y'all call it platonic, but the logic don't match the behavior.
Hey, bro, before I came out here, I met this girl on Instagram. She about to slide through. We gonna go upstairs and handle our business.
Oh, word? Do your thing, my boy.
Bet.
Yeah, so before I came, I met this guy on Instagram. He on the way.
And let me just, for everyone listening. So what Medium Man did was he provided two scenarios. The first scenario you just heard was two boys kicking it. He's out of town visiting his homeboy. He said, hey, I met this girl off Instagram. She gonna come through. Yada, I mean. And the second scenario is a homeboy and his homegirl.
Hey, we about to go upstairs and handle our business.
Wait. What? But what about me?
What is that? Car wash?
Your homeboy stay at your house for the weekend. He say, bro, I got a girl coming over. We about to go upstairs.
Right, that's normal.
Now you the attractive female friend at my house, and you say another dude coming to sleep with you in my guest room. You think I'm cool with that?
Oh, so the flip ain't as fun, huh?
Hey, bro, before I came out here, I met this girl on Instagram. She about to slide through. We gonna go upstairs and handle our business.
Oh, word? Do your thing, my boy.
Bet.
That was the first scenario. She's supposed to be the homie too, right? This is scenario 2.
Yeah, so before I came, I met this guy on Instagram. He on the way. We about to go upstairs and handle our business.
Yeah. He wanna hang with a bad bitch. He wanna hang with a bad bitch. Hey, yeah. He wanna hang with a bad bitch. He wanna hang with a bad bitch. Hey.
What? But what about me?
Send in the clouds.
Brother.
See, what happens is you start getting boyfriend treatment.
You mean like opening doors, paying for food, rides?
Exactly. I'm your protector in public, your emotional support at night, but I'm just a friend.
Boundaries matter. Female friends from a distance? Cool. But access, protection, and boyfriend energy with no relationship? That's a contradiction.
So on one hand, you got, your homeboy, everybody platonic, right? We cool. You got a girl coming through? Cool. But got this woman, she's staying there, she got a dude coming over. What up, though? It's a little bit different, ain't it? What I didn't understand is that everybody started acting confused, like they didn't understand what Cam Newton meant. But men who are actually good with women should understand exactly what he meant. Let me give you a scenario. You got a homeboy, your real friend, your day one. He comes over to visit for the weekend. He's at your house, staying in your guest room, got the spare house key, has a keys to one of your cars to do whatever he pleases, because that's your brother, right? Guys, we know that. You know what I'm saying? We got our homeboy.
Ashawna has a weird look on her face. Men who are well-to-do and got their stuff together, so to speak, that is a real scenario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then he tells you, "Hey, I met this girl online. She's coming over tonight. We gonna go upstairs and we gonna handle our business. We gonna get to it." You wouldn't feel any type of way because that's what bachelors do. You might even dap him up because that's your homeboy and that's a normal male friendship dynamic. Now, let's flip the exact scenario. The exact same scenario. You got an attractive female, platonic friend. Listen, platonic friend. She comes over to visit for the weekend. She's at your house, staying in the guest room. Got the spare house key. Has the keys to one of your cars to do whatever she pleases. Because that's your sister, right? Then she says, yo, I met this dude on Instagram. He about to pull up. We're going to go upstairs and we're going to have sex. We about to get to it. Now, men, be honest with yourself. Would you be cool with that? But would you actually be comfortable with a man coming into your house to sleep with the woman you claim is just your friend? If your answer is no, then stop lying to yourselves, okay? If your answer is yes, cool. At least you're consistent. But most men would be heated, and that reaction exposes the truth, okay?
So let's pause it. So based off of everything you just saw right there,
Right.
and he gave both scenarios. And so what Medium Man just said right now. So if we're homeboys and you're my homegirl and you just coming through to hang out for the weekend, but you and I don't have nothing, and I go upstairs and you go upstairs and you're hanging out with some guy, do you agree that the guy might care?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Well, I feel like it depends on the person. Okay, scenario, right? My own scenario. I know somebody who has a lot of friends, few of which are some of them are guy friends.
Okay.
She doesn't. We're friends. Yes. We're friends here, and it's really just like a genuine friendship. And the girl's pretty, the guy's handsome, and it's really just like a genuine friendship to where it's like he goes over her dorm, sleeps in the living room. She has whoever she wants at the dorm if she's messing with him or whatever, and that's just how it is.
But he's in her environment.
Yes. But even when she goes over to his house, sometimes, or when an incident happened and she had to be over his house for a while, she was like, oh, with somebody at the time, he would go over there too.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Is this gentleman, is he seeing anyone, or is he seeing anybody's friends? Is he seeing any of her friends?
He has before.
Okay. So,
but not currently.
Okay. No. So in that situation, yes, probably they really truly are friends.
Right.
And because he has orbited her in her friend group, it's probably one of those things where it's like, yeah, we're cool because I like your friend. But you don't think that girl, if she ever told him, hey, I like you, like I think you're cool, you don't think he would go there?
No, I don't.
Why do you?
Because I think go into deets, but I just think when it's just like, I don't know. I feel like, friends know when it's just like, this is just for friend. This is just for friend. This is not. I feel like people know when it's like, okay, this is the setting where it's at. It doesn't get any higher than here. It maybe doesn't get any lower than here.
Okay.
And I feel like that's what it just is.
How old are these people again?
My age.
And how old are you?
19.
Okay. Let's let Medium Man talk.
Right.
You don't see her like a homeboy. You see her as a woman you have some level of claim, attraction, or emotional investment in. All right? And here's the other contradiction. When you have this so-called platonic female friend, what happens? You start playing boyfriend without the boyfriend benefits. You open doors, you pay for meals, you give rides, you listen to her vent, you show up when she's in trouble. The moment some dude disrespects her in public, who's stepping in?
Let's pause right there. So your two friends that you were talking about, has that ever happened with them? So he pays for stuff or whatever. So he is not even looking at her like that. He's like, oh, it's my little sister. That's my sister.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Okay. How long have these people known one another?
A long time.
What's a long time? 2 years, 5, 10?
Probably since middle school.
Okay. So I feel like that's probably a different situation when you really think about it. But let me ask you a question. Does she find him attractive? Does she think he's handsome?
Yeah. Well, I don't. I think so. I would say yes.
She thinks he's handsome.
I would say yes that she
but
said
she's not attractive.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Now, does he think she's attractive?
I would say probably yes, but I don't think that I think that, oh yeah, she's pretty, but.
Okay. All right. Let's let Medium Man talk.
That's your friend, right? Remember, let's remove her and let's put your homeboy in that position. What if some dude disrespects your homeboy and it's like a one-on-one situation? Are you gonna jump in and defend him?
Most homeboys
No, you gonna let him handle it because that's
most
your homeboy.
homeboys would.
But
most
if you are out
homeboys
with your
would.
platonic female friend and she gets into trouble, who's supposed to protect her?
Any man around would protect him. I'm sorry.
Right?
Wait, pause. Okay, there's just a few things that I have to break down. Okay. I feel like if I'm out in public, if I'm at work, and I'm working with people and we're not super close, I only know you in a work setting, and a man disrespected me, they would say something.
You think that?
I feel like I really do.
Okay.
I feel like it also kind of depends on how a man is. I feel like no man, a real man, is probably not just gonna sit back and watch a woman be disrespected by another man.
It's a new day, sweetheart.
I know that,
and
but
you want to know why? Because of feminism. But continue.
Okay, pause. I know that, but I feel like a real man.
What's a real man?
A man who is raised properly to respect women would observe that and be like, step back. You need to step, like, this is, I feel like that would be any man. Friend, I don't even know you. This is my coworker. This is, I'm at the grocery store and there's a man around and this man is yelling at, back up.
Okay.
So I feel like that just goes into play for any man. And homeboys do defend their homeboys more than homegirls defend their homegirls. So
that I can go. I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you are the protector, you are the provider, you are the emotional support, the event partner, but you're out here calling it just a friend. That's boyfriend labor with no boyfriend title or benefits. Now,
who set that system up? Who set that system up? No. Who set it up? The man set that system
up. How so?
Because I feel like if a girl tells you, if it is known, we're just homeboys, we're just homegirls. It's established right here.
We're friends.
We're friends. You now knowing this information, how you move, should be in a friendly manner. If you move any way outside of that, boyfriend-esque, that is on you. You set that system up yourself.
You don't think that's the responsibility to say on you not to allow certain stuff to happen? So it doesn't get convoluted.
I do think it's a two-way street here to where it's like, okay, I mean, as a gentleman, as a man, you're going to open the door for me regardless. I mean, if that's if that's how you're raised as a gentleman, a gentleman would open the door for a woman regardless. So it's like that. I mean, paying for stuff is a little bit excessive, I think, sometimes. But sometimes guys are really just like, no, I'm the man here. I got it.
Okay.
Because
without expecting anything.
Yeah, I feel like because that's how it is a lot of the time when I go out with my friends and there's a guy or there's two guys and they're like, no, I got it.
Sex is currency.
Well, yes, I know this.
Okay.
I know this, but I'm saying like it's usually like, oh no, I got it. No, I'm paying, or like it's just like without.
Do you then offer the same?
Yes. Okay. Yes, I feel like as a friendship level, it should be reciprocated because as a friend, I'm going to my homegirl.
I'm not saying men can't have female friends. You absolutely can. But there have to be boundaries. She's not spending the night at your house. You're not playing emotional husband. You're not funding her lifestyle.
Ashawna's nodding her head.
Guard over her dating life. Okay? And women, you guys need to do a better job of putting your male friends in that position. Because if you are a real friend, a good friend, then you're not expecting him to go out with you on nights out with your homegirls, and then you're like, oh, you're the man. You're supposed to pay for everybody.
Never in my life have I sat across, been in the presence of a man, romantic or platonically, mind you, because I was sitting up there thinking, me and my homegirls, we have hung out with our guy friends who we don't spend money around them. So I'm like,
No, that's your friend, right? So act like it. You guys need to be better friends to your male friends, your platonic male friends, and stop expecting him to pay for Ubers and all this type of stuff. And men, y'all has got to be honest too. Stop trying to gain favor when a woman had already put you in a friend zone.
It's a time like we started to get a little bit closer and
Okay, so on that note, so do you I mean, he's pretty much saying the same thing you're echoing, where everybody knows their position. But have you ever been in it, like you just explained, when you go back to, you know, where you grew up, you go to school with one of your dance friends, you see her, whatever. But have you ever been in a situation where it's a group of y'all or 2 or 3 of y'all, and you guys are expecting the one male that nobody's really kind of like, we don't like you like that, you know who you are, and he's just like, oh, I got it, guys, let me pay for this. Have you had that scenario, or do you know?
I don't feel like I've ever been in a scenario like that where it's like, oh, it's one guy friend and it's all of us hanging out. I feel like, I don't feel like, well, yes, actually I have. It was on the way home from a party. I was in the car with the male friend, and he asked if we were hungry and took us to Cane's. Nobody expected him to pay, but he just paid.
Okay.
So it was like,
who did he like in the car?
Me. But that
Ashawna!
No, just pause. That wasn't the point.
That is the point.
Pause, just pause. That wasn't okay. That was a bad scenario.
Yeah.
That was a bad scenario. But my point is, if I'm
okay, well let's
pause.
Stay there.
Like my little cousin.
Oh no.
All right, but whatever.
The gentleman that paid for y'all to eat, he liked you. But did you reciprocate those feelings where you liked him back?
Yes.
Okay, so then this is not a platonic
Okay, but my point is, he's also friends with one of my friends, and they're actually like real platonic friends.
But you do realize when a boy is not your boyfriend and he's trying to gain favor with you, he will then be nice to the whole group.
Yes, I understand.
So I know
that.
He's like, I like Ashawna, but the goal is to really get her to like me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy Susie over here some canes.
Yeah. Okay. This is okay. I understand what you're saying. But his character is that he would do that regardless.
So even if he didn't like you.
Yes, regardless.
So if even if he didn't, the scum between his
even
toes.
if it was I was out of the equation, even if it was I was out of the equation, it was just him and
Susie
and
Lucy,
and he would do that.
Okay.
Because that was just his character.
Okay.
Or for another example, if I'm out with my cousin, who's a boy, and it's me and a few other people, he would pay just because that's how he is.
Okay.
Not because it's like, oh, so I like you.
Like none of the girls in the
group.
It's
just like, I got it.
Okay.
You know, it's not, nobody's expecting him to really pay. Nobody should be expecting anybody to pay,
But you do realize there are women out there like
no,
that.
yes,
like
I understand that.
The clip that they
Well, yes, I understand that. And that's obviously, there's too many birds on the ground and not enough in the sky.
Oh.
Okay.
So this next clip where Media Man is showing, so there's a comedian, he's the late great Patrice O'Neal. He is hilarious. And I started listening to him probably back in like 2017. I just happened to stumble upon him. He's a comedian. He keeps it super duper 100. But you're 19, so it probably won't really register now. But when you listen now, as you become...
My mind is older than my age.
Girl, get out. As you mature and stuff, the things that Patrice O'Neal says really do come to fruition. So Media Man cuts to a clip and image of Patrice O'Neal, but it's a old, I guess, like a comedy skit or like a interview he did. So we're going to listen to that.
And it gets to the point now, like, where if we go out to the bar, like, it doesn't matter, like, if she's talking to somebody, she's immediately over with me. She's sitting in my lap. She'll buy me drinks.
So this person is calling into the show where Patrice O'Neal is, and this is a caller. So Patrice O'Neal, he's a black gentleman. You should look him up on YouTube. Pretty funny. That way you can hear his response.
Drinks will do whatever, whatever's clever. But, like, all of a sudden it just gets to this point, like, later on the night where, like, we're sitting at a friend's house on the couch, and, like, all of a sudden, like, I'll, like, put my hand in her thigh, and I can just instantly tell I'm creeping the shit out of her. You know what I mean?
So let me tell you something. Here's what you're doing. I'm gonna give you a little bit of medicine, Joe, and it's not gonna taste good. You're a fucking phony. Okay, you listen to me, Joe. I can't even mince words. You're being a phony. You're hoping to friendship your way into some pussy, or to get her to give you some sad, I shouldn't have did this pussy. But let me tell you something. If she creeps out, she don't like you. Okay, she don't like you. She don't find you attractive. She's. Let me tell you what she's doing. She's using you, and I'm gonna tell you what women use us for. Our time. You're her little time boy. You're time hoe. You're a space hoe, a time hoe, a movie watching hoe, a help her lift her fucking bags upstairs hoe, a come here and kill this mouse hoe. Oh my God, the other guys I'm fucking, they treat me like shit. Hoe, you are her hoe, buddy boy. You understand? Just like if we fuck a girl and go, hey, listen, I'm gonna fuck you, but go to the movies with somebody else. Reverse it. Women go, I'm gonna go to the movies with you and fuck somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? You are a fucking clown to her, Joe. Listen to me, dude. This is medicine. Take a sip. I don't want to be fucking terrible to you. I'm not. But you can't. Mincing words, man, ain't going to help. You are a loser to her. Okay? I got it, baby. I got the Uber. I got it. I got the dinner. Because you're thinking that you're building some Legos, you know what I'm saying, into the booty. No. Pause. It's not going to work like that, man.
So we're going to pause it right there. So do you... I guess in that scenario, with the guy that orbits around and he allows all these things to take place, he's buying everybody food, and maybe you're the two friends that you discuss, and he allows the person to come over, spend the night, do all that other stuff, and she can bring her do over there. Do you think he's just kind of being low-key and waiting for an opening?
No, but I don't think so.
Okay.
But I do think, in addition, I think that when a girl is like truly not interested in somebody and she knows that she's not interested and she's genuine about it, when it's like, okay, you want to hang out, it's more so like not one-on-one. Okay. Let's invite this person and this person and this person and this person. So there is no room to confuse emotions or boundaries.
Do you think all girls have that?
No, I don't think that they integrity? Have that. That's because all girls are not genuine. Okay. So it is like some like, oh, I'm just gonna use this guy because it's like, okay, you know, I don't like him, but he's cool, you know, he pays for this and that, you know, it's cool to be on the phone with him, spend time with him, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
You already ass out. And you'll be pissed off if she brung a dude up over your house when she's supposed to be coming to visit you. She is coming to visit you. But she also come to visit Weenie Man.
You should be doing.
Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Go ahead, take a bite. I'm gonna.
Like a dude up over your house when she's supposed to be coming to visit you. She is coming to visit you. But she also come to visit Weenie Man.
Hi, I'm Weenie Man. I'm here to service your platonic female friend.
Girl, give me that pussy. Girl, give me that. Weenie Man showing up too. You know?
You're looking shocked, but like this is so you're 19 and you really haven't lived enough life, and you had made a statement earlier that like, oh, you're really mature in the mind. But this is when you hit mid-20s and older and you haven't quite settled down for the men and the women, and they're out and about living life between the stretch of 25 to 50. If you haven't been if you're not married and you're going through these things, this is the type of BS that takes place.
No, yeah, I know.
How?
Because you think this is no, this is a different. No, you think this is you know when you get 20, you think no, this is a different day and age, sweetheart. The hoes start young.
What is young? Because you're 19. I'm not calling you a hoe. I'm saying
no, they start younger than this. I'm talking about 13.
That's sad.
I'm talking about 13. So yeah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but just like your boy, you ain't got a problem with that, right? So she can go ahead and get a little bit in your guest room while you sit downstairs playing video games and you hearing. In your house. In your house. And that's y'all friends, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? Hi ho, hi ho. Your ass would be sick in there. On your sheets. On your sheets. You thought you gonna stay in your room, huh? You thought.
Well, I feel like as a friend, it would like be disrespectful for me to bring anybody over my friend's house and have sex with them. Even if I was a girl and it was like I'm hanging out with my friend. I mean, it's more normal like that, but it's still like.
But okay, so you have to understand the way men and women operate. Men, like guys, can legit have sex anywhere. So
yes, I know that. I know that.
Out of town, and so this typically happens with guys in the military. So and so is stationed. He's stationed in Texas, and I'm coming from Cali, and I come out there, and he's got a good setup. We meet some broads at the club, bring him back to the house. You in one room, I'm in another.
Well, that's called a 2-man, is what we call it nowadays.
Whatever. I'm just my point. So it's not disrespectful.
I understand that, but my point
because
is
guys cheat on their wives or girlfriends with a bachelor homeboy.
Yeah, I know that.
Take them to their house.
I know that, but my point here is if it's not a 2-man and it's just like, oh, hey girl, my boyfriend's just gonna come over and we're just gonna have sex and he's gonna leave. It's like, what? This is not the whorehouse either. This is not what it is. So I feel like as a friend, like respectfully, especially if it's a guy friend, I'm not gonna bring another man into one man's house.
Why?
Because it's about dominance at this point.
Oh,
it's about dominance at this point. It's not about I like you, you like me, even though we're friends. It's about dominance. I'm not going to bring a man into another man's house. Just like as a woman, I don't want another woman that I don't know in my home.
Okay.
And I don't know her.
Okay.
It's different if it's like, oh, this is my girlfriend and da-da-da, or this is my friend that I'm bringing to hook you up with. No, this is different. I'm not a random woman. This is it's different. It's about dominance at this point.
Okay, baby girl.
Oh, she using that guest room, brother. And so is Weenie Man. She touching every wall in there while you thought you was gaining favor, bringing out some girl that you calling your platonic friend. She like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of this. I've been waiting on Weenie Man. Now I gotta, trip out here. I can see my homeboy who's gonna pay for all my food, and I get to see Weenie Man. Yay! Let me stop, boy. Get back. I hope I'm painting a grim picture so the guys can get it. But it's so funny. But guys, the most important thing, if you say I only have platonic female friends that I'm not attracted to, that's another thing. That's another contradiction. Because
or is it you have an unnatural allegiance to losers? Why would I be hanging around ugly people? Not like that. Because God created everybody to be beautiful. But I'm saying, like, why would I be hanging around with ugly people?
Well, it's not so much that, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Of course, 100%.
So, but the saying is with most men, it's all one color when the lights go out. Right. So you listen, dudes will knock down an ugly girl.
Yeah, I know
before they will a pretty girl because they know with the ugly girl, more than likely, or whatever the societal standard is deemed to be ugly. Right. Because the assumption is a girl who's less attractive than you, Ashawna, she has less ego.
Right.
She has less, she's not as secure. She doesn't know her worth. Like it is when I see girls who are not too attractive, but they have like the confidence of Zeus, I'm just like, oh, I would love to borrow some of that. But that's what I'm saying. So it's not so much that people are hanging around ugly people and they're vain. More than likely, most dudes would be like, I don't kick you. All my platonic friends are ugly, like Cam Newton said in the beginning of the video. I'm eventually gonna find something attractive about this woman.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If you spend enough time with somebody, it really doesn't matter. Then it becomes all about the personality.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, it's like not about, it's just like, oh, I don't care, I could get past that, is what it is. But my point is like, that just, exactly, that doesn't make sense. It would be a better argument to just be like, I don't have female friends, because it can't get platonic with that.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, as a man, I'm a man, and you're a female.
So let me ask you a question with Cam Newton saying that, where he's saying, look, I don't have platonic friends, and the guy's saying that's kind of an immature way to think. Do you think for men and women that's wrong? Because I remember a few moons ago, me and Uncle Dondi had the same conversation with you, and granted, you were still in high school, and we were like, grown adults don't have, if you're married or in a relationship, it's rare that you have friends of opposite sex, because you don't want to offend your husband or wife or your current girlfriend, boyfriend.
Well, as a grown adult, no, I'm saying like a grown adult perspective is what I'm saying. Like shift scenarios. Okay. Because in high school, it's like, I'm not going to drop my friends for you
because you're in high school.
Because it's like it should be a respect thing to where it's like I can have my friends because this is still school.
Yes.
I can have my friends and I can hang out with my friends as long as it's respectful, and I can be able to hang out with my friends, and you should be able to hang out with your girlfriends and do how you were regularly as long as it's respectful.
Yeah.
And we could still be together.
Yes.
In a grown adult setting.
Mm-hmm.
It's not high school where I'm just, buddy was in my class and we're just become friends, and now we sit together at lunch.
Mm-hmm.
If this is not your friend from, I still think, if this is not your friend from elementary school, junior high, and this is like, we're just tight-knit like that, I brought him around, he knows my family and stuff like that, this is really just my friend here, like me and my elementary school childhood friends that I've known from kindergarten and grew up with.
Yeah.
If it's not that, then it's not that.
Yeah.
It's not going to work here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like, it's just a respect thing.
Okay.
About that. But I do feel like it's immature for a guy to be like, no, I can't have platonic friends, just because it's like, you just can't, like
in high school or
no,
in general?
I mean, like, in what Cam Newton was saying, like, no, like, you can't have platonic friends. You're just going to have sex with everybody. Like, it's just, that doesn't sound right. So you can't control yourself is what you're saying. And it's like analogy. To where it was like in high school and middle school where it was like, you can't wear spaghetti traps. You can't wear spaghetti traps because boys can't control themselves. So don't wear a spaghetti trap because it's too distracting for everybody else in the room.
Okay.
It's what it is. So it's like you can't have female friends because you can't control yourself. But I love the self-awareness though.
Yeah.
I love the self-awareness though. Don't get me wrong. I love the self-awareness. Like, as long as you know that you can't control, that's perfectly fine. Stay in your lane. But the fact that you can't control yourself is a problem in itself.
Okay. I don't even think from a 44-year-old woman's perspective. And for instance, let's look at Ken, who's old. In that perspective, Ken's 46. So when you look at it realistically, I get the whole you can't control yourself thing, but I think it goes to one of those things. Naturally, as humans and as people, we pair well together. So it's not so much that you're being thrilled.
No, I understand what you're saying, but
it's not that can't nobody control themselves. It is one of those things where, hey, me and Bob work together. We work together day in and out. Outside of here, I could care less. I ain't thinking about Bob. He don't fancy me. I don't fancy him. I would even bat an eyelash at him. But we're working together. Time goes on. We're 6 months in. We're doing a project. Bob says, hey, we had a long day today. Let's go across the street and let's get burgers and get some beer. I don't drink. I'm just choosing that because this is how it typically unfolds. They're sitting there. They're getting to know each other. And typically during that workday, depending on how people are in their personalities, Bob has said something, made so-and-so laugh. So-and-so says something, made Bob laugh. Now they're in an environment now. They're getting beer and burgers and they're shooting the shit and they're talking and talking and talking. And Bob looks at so-and-so and he's like, hey, you're pretty cool, outside of work, da-da-da-da-da. When I first met you, I thought you were a bitch. And she's like, same thing, Bob. You know what I'm saying? But because we're human and naturally for men and women, they just organically go together. So it's not that I don't have self-control or Cam Newton-esque man doesn't have self-control. It's I don't want to put myself in a position with you because of whatever it is I'm doing. One, I'm not attracted to you like that. But I know from a human standpoint, because I'm a man and I'm straight and you're a woman and you have the genetic makeup of a grown woman. If you and I spend enough time together, I'm going to start liking you.
Right.
Naturally.
Right.
And even at the end of the day, if I'm in a situation where I potentially can knock you down as a man, I'm gonna, because I hate to say it like this, but the general makeup of a man, they pillage and plunge. That's just what they do from the beginning of time.
This just goes back. Pause.
Yes.
Didn't mean to interrupt you, but this goes back. Okay. This just goes back to the Bible.
Yes.
Right? Let's talk it back to the Bible.
All right, go.
This is where you have control over these fleshly desires.
Bingo.
Because once you start operating in that flesh,
yes,
you don't have control over yourself anymore.
Right.
So what I'm saying is you can. Mm-hmm. Daniel did not get eaten in that lion's den because lions eat flesh. Daniel was not flesh. Yes. He was fully spirit.
Yes.
He was operating out of fully spirit. He wasn't operating out of his flesh.
I agree.
My point is, I said all that to say, just because you can doesn't mean that you should.
Right.
And just because it's like, oh, we're cool, doesn't mean it has to be like, oh, now it's just woosah. I'm just thinking about him all day.
Men have two different heads.
Yeah, I know that.
I know. They tend to think with the little one.
I know that, and that's
okay.
And this is all about controlling our flesh and not operating out of our flesh.
And you do, and like you said, the self-awareness of it all. Like,
yes.
He's like, I understand where this may go.
Yes.
So I don't think it's
so.
I guess it is so much of self-control, but at the same time, it's. If we have nothing in common, we shouldn't be taking it together.
Right, and that's what I was saying, and that self-control is important because then it goes back to like, okay, I know what I can do and I know what I cannot do. I know that maybe we can go out as a group and we can hang out but I know that maybe if it's one-on-one and we're at the bar, maybe I might just like start feeling things that I shouldn't be feeling, or maybe it's like, okay, I can go to the bar, but it'll never be back at my house, in my house, because I know how I am. Okay. I know that I can't control myself. Okay. So therefore, it's just boundaries, basically. Yes. Boundaries.
Yes.
I know what I can do and I know what I cannot do. It's not that you can't be friends with somebody.
Yes.
It's that you don't know your limit.
Right. And do you... Okay, so with that being said, with boundaries, and I'm glad you brought that up because like Ken and I had explained to you, you can have all the boundaries you want. You can state all the things that you want to happen, all things you don't want to happen, and set up clear, concise boundaries. But you do understand, for the most part, that some men don't operate in the same lane, that there are wolves in sheep's clothing.
Right. And this is all about discernment too.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like too, like, okay, I know how I operate. Yeah. I can't say the same for everybody else. Mm-hmm. I know how I think. I know what is right to me and what is wrong to me, what I need to set down and establish to me, what I think is morally wrong, what I think is morally right to me. Mm-hmm. I don't know the same for you.
Okay.
This is where I need to use discernment.
Okay.
If I state a thing one time and it's like, us as friends, we're hanging out, and I've already stated that and I notice that you're getting a little bit too comfortable. I now know this can't happen again.
Okay.
And that's where we set more boundaries.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Based on that statement, the gentleman that, I don't know what his name was or whatever, it was something hood, but whatever, him, and you being like, do not come to this front door, versus B, both were friends, correct?
I was doing B's hair.
Hold on though. But both were friends, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, B is more of my coworker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both are associates.
Yeah.
B is a coworker peer.
Yeah, we're leaning more towards friend now.
Okay.
You know?
So in that moment when you said to Ken and I, I don't want anybody to come in here because I don't want anybody to get the third degree. Because you guys are going to all treat them the same. And then it's like, I'm not bringing, friend or not, I'm not bringing nobody back over here. What was the difference between the coworker / peer versus that guy?
The coworker / peer was my client.
And is it
was my client?
Okay.
He was my client.
Tell the folks what you do so they don't think you're
It was probably because he was gay too. My point, huh? No, my hair, I do hair.
Okay.
So he was my client was the difference. If I'm bringing a boy in here, I would expect that you and your husband, I would expect, I'm not getting angry and frustrated. I'm just emphasizing the expectation. And now it's my
husband.
I'm my father and my mother. I'm expecting that if I have a client in and I'm like, oh, I'm going to do something here. Now this is not a friend. This is a client. Even if it is a friend. I'm not, when I'm doing somebody's here, I'm not operating of, this is my friend, no, this is a client.
Okay. So do you feel like Ken and I behaved ourselves?
Yes, I do. Because if Ken would have did that in that seat with B, oh no. Somebody has to pay restitution.
Girl.
Somebody has to pay restitution. Because no.
So,
just like I wouldn't go up to your job and be on there like, I'm so-and-so's daughter. Let me find out whoever yelled at her the other day and made her come back home and throw the dishes everywhere and cook the food sour. I'm coming up here. This is for Rachel, you big yeah. And I would come to you. You can't do that. This is my job.
No, you're right. You are absolutely correct. Totally get it. That is correct. But to let everyone know, a few weeks back, a boy came by. Ashawna said they were friends. We're just going to wrap this up real quick. In the midst of it, he met her father. He met Ken. And Ken was not the...
He stood outside for 30 to 45 minutes in the freezing cold with his arms on his chest in front of the car, waiting for the boy to drive up when he got out of his car.
I feel like you're still upset.
No, I'm not upset. I'm just explaining what happened because you're not going to explain it in detail. Because to any person, it'd be like, oh, well, what's the issue?
That's what
I'm telling you I'm breaking it down. I'm telling you what the issue was.
So the thing
and then she said it was just going to be a hello and goodbye. I just need to meet the kid. No, the kid walked up. He was like, oh, I said, this is Ken. This is so-and-so. He reached out his hand. Ken was like this the whole time with his arms folded, looked at him up and down, shook his hand, and then they talked for 20 minutes before the boy left in his car and left me a voice note talking about this is for Rachel.
Whatever, girl. But like I said, that happened and we needed to grow from it.
Of course. Ken
understands you a little bit better. I understand you a little bit better. And we these are growing pains.
Of course.
Getting to know one another and understanding boundaries and who we are and like we said, trust but verify.
Right.
Okay.
I harbor no anger.
Was the boy funny looking?
Was he my type?
Was he funny looking?
No, he was handsome.
To who?
He could be handsome.
Oh.
He's more of like a big boy. Oh. But he's not fat. It's just more like football player.
Okay.
Like
I'm talking about his face.
No, he was he's not my type. So I'm into LA style, he's not my type, but he could be handsome.
Oh.
to some people.
Okay.
Who that's their type. But he's not my type.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
he wasn't ugly. He wasn't ugly.
Okay.
He wasn't ugly.
All right.
Real principles are across the board. Your rules shouldn't change based on how fine she is. And women, y'all need to be aware of men who think like this, okay? Because if you say, oh man, all I got is unattractive female friends, you probably look at yourself like, well, what am I, chopped liver?
Literally.
But the real question is, are you actually capable of platonic friendships, or are you just waiting your turn in the background pretending to be mature? And women, you need to hear this too. If a man tells you, I have platonic female friends, but only the ones I'm not attracted to, that's not discipline. That's actually deception with conditions, okay? And men, stop lying to yourselves and call it what it really is. Because a lot of you are exposing your inability to secure, a friends with benefit situation. Because even most women, and let me be clear, most women who plan trips to see their platonic male friend, they typically shave before they board their plane.
Yeah, boy.
We're happy to get some help and get some cleaning and get smiling. Thank you so much.
You pick up what I'm putting down? I don't know if y'all get it. You get it? You get it?
You understand what
You get it? No? Yeah? Where
so
my guys?
That was, you got all dolled up. I'm teasing.
Yeah, because I get dolled up for everything. That excuse is not, it doesn't apply to me.
I'm teasing you.
Who played Weenie Man in the past. Pause. Yeah. Women know. They know the game. I'm going to see my platonic friend. I'm flying to another state to go see my platonic friend. Let me go ahead and, get my wax on. What's she wax?
So essentially, when we say friends, so us millennials and Gen X and boomers and stuff, the whole quote unquote friend stuff, I was trying to explain to you, when we say that's my friend, it's somebody we have romantic ties to, but we can't say that's my boyfriend or girlfriend.
Oh, trust me, I know. I know.
Okay, so that's like a slang. So like I was trying to explain to you, when you kept saying that to Ken, he is Gen X. So he's thinking. So when we're like, that's my friend, that's something a nigga will say to you before he commits you, like, oh, we friends, we cool. Like,
no, when a guy tells you that we're friends, you need to believe him.
Yeah, but those same guys will still sleep with you.
Yeah.
So, we had the conversation, we won't say the person's name, and I said to you, she has high hopes because they keep sleeping with her. And I think
yeah,
who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is, at the end of the day, the one genuine connection she had, she mistreated because she thinks she has other possibilities with so-and-so. And so it's like, they can keep sleeping with you. So when people are like, oh, we're just cool, we friends, whatever, but low key they get down. So when you're explaining to Ken, like, we're just friends, but we're just friends, he don't know that you were 7 years old in the second grade putting on lip gloss before you went to sleep.
Right.
We're just now all coming together, living together like he does. And even at nighttime when he comes to bed and y'all are up there, we don't see y'all before we go to bed. He doesn't know that even now you have on fucking eyelashes. I don't even
There are clusters. I can't just take them off every day.
Okay, whatever, man. The point is, he don't know, like, he's like, why is Ashawna upstairs doing her hair? I'm like, she always does her hair before she goes to bed.
I do my hair every day, all day.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Waxing for? Why are you waxing? We just friends, right? What you doing? What you expecting me to put out? Yeah, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it.
But you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it.
What you shaving for? What's this? Why are you taking off? What is it? We just friends. No, please don't. No, don't. No. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. No. No. That's what you gonna do? Yeah, I know your asses. Yeah. Air Force Rick, $5 bomb said, man, hell nah, media man. I'm the only one doing the clapping in my house. Take yourself to the Motel 6. Nah, brother. That's your platonic friend. She should be able to do whatever your homeboys do. You know what I'm saying? Your homeboy got a girl coming over. It ain't, go ahead, brother. Do what you need to do. But, you can't be different because you got, your female friend. I mean, come on.
So do you get that men just operate differently? Because growing up, I knew somebody who was seeing someone and he didn't have his own place, but he would take her to his homeboy's house and they would kick it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. All right. Because, for me, you're like, you shouldn't.
Well, yeah. Well, nowadays they don't do. That's disrespectful. Nowadays they don't do that. Nowadays,
how do you know that?
The men in this generation,
the boys in Gen Z,
the boys, men, whatever you want to call them in this generation, they don't do that. If I'm telling you, I don't, whatever, parents are at the crib, I need to come to your house, but she has a friend, so 2-man. That's what it is. It's not like, I'm gonna come to your house just because I have a girl. No, that's disrespectful.
Oh, okay. So new generation, you guys care about respect.
Yes.
So it's one of those, like, if I got a girl, I'm making sure she bring on home girl.
Yes, for my friend. Yes.
Okay. I mean, I grew up in the area, and then there's a meme going around, and it's it's like, hey, you got a friend from a homeboy? I don't even have a me for you.
Literally, yeah, like that, like that.
Oh, okay. So It's the same thing. It's just because we would, sometimes you.
Some people it is like, I'll just take one for the team. But usually taking one for the team is getting with the ugly friend.
Yeah, you go on a mission.
Yeah, but yeah.
So you guys call it a 2-man. Back in early 2000s, we called it going on a mission.
Well, 2-man sounds better.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Because if it's a mission, it could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, it could be a 5-man, 6-man, 7-man.
No, it's a mission. It's a mission, and it's like, hey, how many? You got cousins that look like you? Like, no, but I have cousins. All right, you got homegirls? Like, yeah. How many of y'all is it? Because I got 10 homeboys over here. So bring 10 bitches. And it's like, all right, you guys are going on a mission to San Bernardino. Unfortunately.
Well.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
No.
So, all right.
Now, we got to be fair, right? Since social media act like we don't know what's going on. Right? Yeah, for Rick. What is it? Car wash? Downstairs, you're going to be hearing it. You got to get that broom. I know the game. I know.
All right. So that's the end of that. But I want to thank you for listening. But I guess, what can I say? So hearing that from a man's perspective, it's not Ken. You don't know this gentleman. And, I guess realistically, that would have been able to show, like if you were a young boy, if I had a son, show him that. But I guess, it sounds like it doesn't change your idea or thought process, because you are holding firm and steady on the, well, if I say we're friends and I set up the boundaries and he should respect it. And are you saying the boys in your generation, y'all respect stuff?
Yes. Guys in my generation tend to be super straightforward, super respectful.
Who?
It's
even though they're being raised by single mothers.
Basically. That makes them more blunt. So it's like, if you're not having sex, I'm gonna get you Uber.
What?
Call your Uber.
For real?
Yes. Sometimes it really is like that, to where there's literally stories where people are just like, oh, I'm having sex with you. And it's just like, okay, call your Uber. Like, okay, call your Uber.
You guys are that straightforward?
Yeah,
not you
well,
in particular, because I don't think you're behaving like that.
Well, yes, guys are usually that straightforward.
I'm saying a boy is behaving that way with you?
No. Well, when you set boundaries in the beginning, usually it's like, when it's like, okay, we're hanging out, it's mutual, like, it's gonna happen. Like, we're gonna have sex. No, not like that. I'm saying, like, nowadays in this generation, when a guy is like, oh, yeah, and it's like that. Okay. So, sometimes it's like, then it's like, you have to set boundaries in the beginning.
Okay. To where it's like, question. So you can set boundaries, but you don't think, so you keep saying people have different, you keep saying that people set up boundaries. You don't think individuals have hidden agendas?
People do have hidden agendas or hidden agendas. But I'm saying, like, if your hidden agenda is to rape me, then the boundaries don't matter.
No, I understand that. But no. I guess what I'm saying is not to rape you. But, okay, it's me and you, and it's Lucy and Bob. And Lucy is telling Bob, I don't like you like that. And Bob's like, oh, okay, Lucy, it's no problem. We'll just be friends. But Bob is waiting in the wings.
Bob is dumb. Okay. And that's on Bob.
All right.
That and I understand where you're coming from, but that's what I'm saying. Like, when somebody tells you what it is, you have to take them for their word.
Okay.
When somebody tells you something, you take them at their word.
So is that something you learned from me, where I always tell you, like, people show you all day long what it is? You got to believe them. People tell you who they are all day long. You got to believe them.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or different.
Like, when a girl's like, oh no, I don't like you. You can usually tell when a girl likes you and when she doesn't. Or sometimes you really can't. But I'm saying, if a girl's openly saying, like, we're just friends, I don't like you like that, believe that. Because she's not lying.
So y'all...
Just like when a guy's telling you, you're just a hoe. Oh. You would believe that. You would believe that. Like, if a guy tells you...
because I feel like some girls are dumb because...
too many birds on the ground, not enough in the sky, like I told you. Oh. Some girls are okay with that. I'm not going to be...
I should name this episode Too Many Birds on the Ground.
Yes. Some girls... The issue is some girls are okay with that, just like some guys are okay with that. Some girls are okay with, oh, he said this, but, it's... Like, for instance, one of my cousin's friends.
Okay.
With this guy, I know he cheats on me, but, like... You know where home at? Oh, I know he cheats on me, but, it's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't care. We're not together. Do what you're going to do. He's never going to make you a girlfriend. You know that. You're okay with playing your role.
Okay.
Just like a guy. You don't have enough self-respect to walk away is the thing.
Yeah.
You don't have enough self-respect to walk away. Just like a guy. But I'm telling you, we're just friends and nothing more. I don't like you.
Okay.
And you're still like, oh, you know what? I'm still gonna buy this for her, buy that for her, go out of my way on Valentine's Day and I'm not saying this for everybody, because I know some guy friends who genuinely do get their girlfriends, here's one rose for every single one of my girlfriends. Yeah, mm-hmm. But I'm going out of my way to buy her flowers and chocolate in her favorite restaurant. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you're, like you said, you're a loser.
Oh.
No, like, not like that, but
you are.
You're, like, just like if a girl was doing that with a guy, it's the same exact way. You're dumb.
Okay. All right. I mean, because as for me, I don't have homeboys.
Yeah.
Because I'm married.
Yeah, because we know your husband.
Oh. What does that mean?
It's just because, like, I couldn't imagine sitting at my mom's funeral because... Because her husband killed her because she said she had a friend that's a guy.
Whatever. I don't know. I have childhood friends that I grew up with.
I.e. Uncle Ronnie.
Yes, but Uncle Ronnie was more so Andre's.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously.
Still trickle down.
Yes. And me and Mindy are now best friends because of Uncle Ronnie.
Right.
But, other than that, then the kids that grew up in the neighborhood that we weren't related to, whatever, and when I see them or whatever, I say hello and all that stuff, like BJ's dad when they came from Arizona or whatever. I'm using people's name. But, it's like, but he's married and I know his wife. Mm-hmm. So it's not that, like,
you can bleep out the names.
I know. Oh, yeah. But it's one of those things where it's like, don't be DMing me.
Yeah.
Don't be, and they don't nobody do, because I don't play that.
Yeah.
No, don't.
Well, this is like
over here.
Happy birthday.
Don't DM me happy birthday.
Oh. Congratulations on your wedding.
Don't DM me.
Okay.
Put it in the comments.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm saying like as long as
don't DM me. It ain't that type of party.
Yeah.
You know, like if we ain't been sending memes, don't do it.
Yeah. Boundaries.
Yeah. Don't. But people don't know that, and then they get deleted.
Yeah. And my thing is, when you keep sending those DMs, you're just embarrassing yourself.
Bingo.
Just like
deleted.
It just.
But nobody's sending me DMs.
Thirsty. So. You know. Is what I mean. Like you DM me if you DM me one time.
Hey, where's your phone case? Like, what's happening?
Listen, are we focused on the podcast?
All right.
Like, my thing is like, you know, if you DM me and I don't answer, don't DM me again. Because if I didn't answer the first one, I wasn't gonna answer the second one.
Okay, so it doesn't go down in the DM.
No, I mean like
not for you.
If you DM somebody and they respond. But if you DM somebody and they don't respond, 2 days go by, 3 days go by, and you DM again, you've officially been named loser.
Oh.
Like you said.
Okay.
It's just like, wow, that's embarrassing for you.
Did you learn anything out of this?
Cam Newton's dumb?
Oh.
He's
dumb.
I mean...
Why is he dumb? Do you think that's the feminist in you?
If you watched other podcasts, you would know.
Whatever. I know. I mean, genuinely.
No, it's not. First of all, there is no feminist in me.
Oh.
Every woman has girl power, of course, but there is no feminist in me. But I'm saying, like, as human beings, we should be able, man or female, it doesn't matter. You should be able to control yourself and know your self-awareness is key. He has self-awareness. That's 100% awesome.
So that doesn't make him dumb, though.
No, it doesn't.
Being genuine.
I think that he just is. He's really being genuine, but I think it was ignorant. The comment that he made was ignorant.
How so?
Because it's like, I don't have attractive female friends around.
No. He said, I don't have no female. I don't have no platonic.
Then I retract my statement.
No, he didn't limit it to he didn't limit it to attractive or unattractive. He said, I don't have no female friends around me that are quote unquote platonic because if I'm not attracted to you, I will then find something and then it'll be on and popping. Right.
And okay, I see that too, but I think sometimes you have to open and expand your mind and not think fleshly to where it's like, oh, why, like nowadays it's like nowadays it's just so like, oh, I can't have a friend because I'm just gonna be attracted to them. I'm just gonna be attracted, and that probably is just human nature, but it probably just isn't. It probably is just people nowadays. I feel like people don't really like people, and especially now with like social media being a big thing, people don't really like each other. They just like the idea of being with somebody. They like their persona.
I agree.
So it's just like he's super funny. I have a funny friend. You don't have to fall in love with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what people do. They take this one thing about this somebody and they're just like, oh my gosh, I'd have sex with him because he's hilarious.
Oh.
That's how a lot of people think. Just like a comedy, I start hanging around you more and I start liking things about you and I start liking you. You can like things about somebody and not like them.
This is true. And I guess what I am hearing from you is the Gen Z, because we got a spokesperson from this generation versus the millennials.
Okay, pause. I'm the older Gen Z. Okay. I'm the older Gen Z. Okay, babe. I'm not on the younger scale.
You're born in 2006.
It's different levels to this.
You're right, because I'm considered, even though I'm a millennial, I'm considered the zillennial.
Yeah.
Because I'm off the cusp of the Gen Xers.
Yeah.
And then you have late millennials.
Yeah. Older millennial.
Oh. Like TT.
Yes.
And people who were born in 1993,
yes.
94, 95, I think 96 is the last millennial. So they're young.
So it's like that. It's like that to where it's like a Tira wouldn't even like looked at by somebody like in an older age group and a younger age group. Mm-hmm. You would consider her a Gen Z. I'm sorry. Atira would be looked at as a Gen Z. It's not that, but it's like the age group that she's around. It's the the era that she grew up in with the social media and everything, even though that she's on the it's like it's Gen Z-esque.
Even though she grew up in an era where there was no social media.
No, yes, I know that, but I'm saying like it's like, you know, just when I was younger, I grew up in an area where it was play outside, where Ken thinks he was the last of the world to play outside, but in reality, I used to spend my whole entire youth outside until COVID hit.
Yeah, we know.
So it's just like, I think it's just two different.
No, I get it.
Two different wavelengths.
You're right.
Two different wavelengths.
Well, Ashawna, I love you very much. And
I love you too.
I appreciate this conversation and your openness to listening to this conversation.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess from realistically, there probably are still male orbiters who orbit like, and then I'm thinking about it as well, even with millennials who are still single, because there are a lot of late millennials who are single and they still play that game where the girls have like guys name the phone as food or whatever the case is, and they're using
I know some millennials like that.
Oh,
it's embarrassing. It's just really embarrassing. I feel like nowadays in my generation, we grew up a little bit fast.
Yeah.
Everything moved a little bit faster.
Okay.
Just kind of like, you know, just like with the generation under me, their technology is going to be down.
Yeah.
Because they're on that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like we moved a little bit faster because it was like,
I agree.
You know? So I'm saying like now we look at that, younger generations, we look at that and that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing to you. You should be embarrassed.
To call somebody food in your phone?
Not just that. To be as grown as you are, playing those games still, it's embarrassing.
So you're 19. You haven't really lived much life, but so
I've lived enough.
Oh, okay, babe.
I've lived enough.
So you meet a guy, he's attracted to you, you're attracted to him, and let's say you're 19, let's say he's 22.
Mm-hmm.
He just graduated from college.
Right.
He's on up there. He's Kevin Samuels would consider he's on his way to becoming the man of the year. He's trying to gain his financial footing.
Yeah.
But he's got him a nice little job. He got him a nice little $65K a year job.
Okay.
And he says, you know what, Ashawna, I really like you. Can I take you to the Cheesecake Factory?
I love Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, babe. We know you love Applebee's. So you're not that girl.
I love Cane's. If you take me to Cane's, we can get married tomorrow. So it's like,
so
if you take me to Wingstop and order me 50 ranches.
Okay.
End game.
All right.
So I'm not really.
So he's not gonna.
No, I feel like I mean like
STA.
No, I mean it's a first
STK.
date. I don't know you. You don't need to. I feel like
Are
social
you okay
media.
with coffee?
I don't really like coffee, so that
right.
wouldn't be my jam.
Maybe. You don't like ice cream.
I don't like ice cream.
So if he was like, "Let me take you to Crumble and let's sit on the park bench
Dubai,
and chat."
yes, Dubai. If Grumble had Dubai, yes.
Okay.
But I'm saying like, if I feel like social media has people in a disarray.
Yes.
It's not that. You know what I mean? If the richer people were on social media posting all this crazy stuff, like he just took me out of the country on our first date, you wouldn't be thinking like that.
I know somebody.
Dollar Tree would be fine for you. Okay. No, but and then it's also too, you have to kind of also remember who you are. Status is key. You have to be self-aware. Self-awareness
is sexy.
No, yes. If you are a Chili's, Applebee's girl.
Yeah, I am.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like
look wise.
That and posture wise.
Oh.
I mean like if you
physicality.
Basically. If that is
Are you trying to be nice?
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. If you are that, don't expect anything other that if your rank is not up, don't expect anything of higher rank.
All right.
You know, if I'm in intermediate jazz, why am I trying to go compete in the advanced jazz? If I know that I am not good at hip hop, why are you trying to compete advanced level hip hop?
Right. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
Date in your lane.
Date in your lane.
Yes.
Date in your lane.
Yes.
And if a man wanted to, they would. I'm telling you. If a man wanted to, they would.
I know.
Find somebody who really thinks that you're attractive.
Yeah.
He'll take you to Ruth Chris.
Yep.
Now that I think about it,